Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Heroes of the Storm. Today I want to talk about climbing that ranked ladder towards the rank 1 or some other ranking you have set for your personal goal. I will give a whole lot of little tips and hints and so forth, generic tips to get you on your way. However, firstly, I have to mention that I have not done a whole lot of ranked play in Heroes of the Storm. I simply wasn't very interested in it. Over the years though, since I began playing video games in earnest, I have played a lot of ranked in many games. StarCraft Brood War, the place where I really began ranked play. Then of course there were other games such as League of Legends and StarCraft 2 to name a couple more. However, let's get on to the point, and that is ranked play. Climbing up those rankings to wherever you wanna be that rank 1 or rank 10 or rank 20, doesn't matter. The only consistent thing in your games is you. And the most important part for winning ranked play is your mindset, your mental state. It has to be on point when you are playing ranked games. Otherwise you are very likely to lose those games. Having a deep, wide pool of heroes, of characters, of champions, of build orders, doesn't matter, depends on which game you are playing, but those are nice bonus. They are not a necessity for actually climbing ranked ladder. They are not. Your mindset, your mental state is the most important thing. Mistakes will happen. You will make mistakes, your teammates will make mistakes in Heroes of the Storm. That is a fact. You can try to minimize those mistakes by leading, by, trying to make it so that your teammates don't make mistakes and keep yourself from making mistakes, but those mistakes will still happen. The most important thing ever for climbing ranked, especially in games such as Heroes of the Storm, where you are not playing a 1v1 game, is to not dwell on a mistake ever. A mistake happened, it happened, move on, what is your next play? That is the only thing that matters. What is your next play after a mistake happened? Sure, try to mitigate the mistakes. By all means do. But when it happens, do not ever dwell on it. Learn from it afterwards, after the game is done, not truly during the game. It happened, move on, what is your next play? Now, hopefully that point got into your head, it's like, never dwell on a mistake. Warm-up games, next subject, next piece of advice. Never ever start your day by playing a ranked game. Firstly, you will create yourself this pressure point, or, a lot of pressure in a single point of like, okay, I must win the first game of my day. Never ever do that. You don't want your teammates to do that to you, you do not want to do that to them, you do not want to do that to yourself. Always play warm-up game which is outside of ranked play before you begin to play ranked games. If you are serious about ranked play, if you seriously want to climb rankings, you will do this warm-up game every time you have taken a break from the game. You go out and you eat lunch for half an hour, you come back to your computer, you get back to the ranked, play that warm-up game before you start playing the ranked. If you are serious about it, you really want to climb those rankings. That warm-up game, firstly, it gets your muscle memory going. It gets your mindset going. Okay, I am playing again. And it also lets you reinforce all of those things of, do not dwell on a mistake and so forth. It gets you back on groove on the game. And if you are doing it outside of the ranked, even if you lose, you did not lose your rankings. So thus, you are not so frustrated for your next ranked game. Never play without a warm-up game first, if you are serious about going up the rankings. Right? Hopefully that was, you know, received and understood. Now, as I mentioned, having a deep wide hero pool, well, it doesn't matter. It is helpful, true, it is very helpful, but it does not matter. You can climb ranked by playing a certain hero all the freaking time, or one of two heroes, or what have you. But don't let it stop you from practicing other heroes. However, let's just move on to another tip, and that particular piece of advice is, well, warm-up games, important, not dwelling on mistakes, important. However, when you lose a game of ranked, you might want to rewatch your replay to notice the mistakes you made. The mistakes your teammates made are kind of irrelevant, because you are not likely to meet those exact same people in the next game. However, your mistakes are the most relevant of them all, because you do not wish to repeat those mistakes. Did you miss a skill shot? Do not miss skill shots. Did you make a bad call to go somewhere which allowed the enemy team to take an objective? Did you die just before an objective became available? All of these things are mistakes you can correct for your next game. Check up that replay. Especially so if you are playing solo and you have time to check your replays, because Heroes of the Storm does save your replays if you enable that function. If you have not enabled that function and you are playing ranked, then go and do so if you are serious about climbing rankings. And also, I suppose, final piece of advice which could get you very far is to maintain 50% win rate or better. Every time you lose a ranked game, did you lose the previous ranked game as well? If you did, go play something else for a while. Not necessarily go away from Heroes of the Storm, go play Quick Match, or even versus AI, or whatever, and then come back to ranked. As long as you win, lose, or get more wins in a row, everything is peachy. Continue playing ranked. The moment you gain as 2 losses in a row, evaluate it. Think on it. Is my mind still in this state where I can win the next game? Because you will get frustrated from losses. You will feel like you are in a disadvantage when you go in the next game. You will just lost yet another game, and you are getting out of the mindset of winning those games. You are getting out of the mindset of doing your very best in every single game to win. And when it gets to that point, you need to stop playing ranked if you actually want to get up the rankings. Otherwise you are falling down the rankings, because your mindset, your mental state is no longer in winning. You are frustrated and you will make more and more mistakes, and you will dwell on those mistakes. You cannot move past them. If you are serious about climbing ranked ladder, such as the one in Heroes of the Storm, then every time you accumulate 2 losses in a row, play something else. Or if you do have a very strong-willed mind, then that is on you to figure out if you are supposed to go into a next ranked game. My personal recommendation for anybody whom I don't personally know to have strong will, just straight up go and play a few games of Quick Match. Win those games, go back to ranked. But as soon as you have gotten 2 losses in a row, as long as you keep winning every second game, or you win more than every second game, everything is peachy. Keep playing ranked. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully your mindset is now ready to go and play ranked and to get you to that ranking you want to reach, whether it is rank 1 or not. Remember though, I am talking about serious ranking here. Actually wanting to get up the rankings, not just playing ranked game mode just for the fun of it and mucking about. Because honestly, you should be doing that in quick match. While the people who really want to rank up don't necessarily appreciate you ruining their, well, chances to win by you doing silly things in ranked games. Because when you want to get those rankings, you don't want people to be doing silly things in your ranked games. Right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, well, for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something new. If not, then you didn't. Anyway, thank you again for watching.